update. So that's right, I'm gonna like be discussing on my future plan for this channel. We'll have some Battlefront 2 gameplay to enjoy. If you would like to use this for your own like commentary or channel update, go ahead. You don't have to credit me, even though I would personally like it I would appreciate if you do. So yeah, let's get into that. So first thing, yes, school has started for me, which means I will not be streaming as often. Or I won't, you know, I won't be streaming as often, so that's something to know. Another thing is when I do stream, they'll usually be shorter because of school nights, unless it's on like a weekend or something, like now. Even though I do plan to be active, like, on my weekends, like, I'm not gonna sit here and play, even though that's really what whatever. So now we got that out of the way. I will be trying to do it whenever I have breaks, like I have a 4-day weekend because of some Jewish holidays, I think. Or on holidays, I might stream. I will be this channel will still have tons of gameplay, but alright, so let me explain. I've like teased that I want to change this channel, which I do. Obviously I want to still retain its gaming nature, right? But I want to do like commentaries about stuff. So like, you know, like on like the situation of Star Wars currently. Like the situation of the gaming industry. Gaming news, like, or, you know, brief gaming news. I'll credit my sources. Like, my sources are really like are YouTubers like Young Year and Legacy Killer. Those are like my two main sources for gaming news. I'll credit them and give my personal take on them. For like tech, it's Review Tech USA. Again, in the beginning of those videos, so I'll be doing more. So I'll be giving my opinion on stuff, and then for like Star Wars stuff, it'll be Mindless Entertainment, and Geeks and Gamers will be my primary sources. More Mindless Entertainment. I think her channel's better. Like she doesn't like exaggerate, like calling CNN fake news because they've done a few things. Even though CNN is not perfect, and they've definitely done some shit that I disagree with. Right? Such as how they, you know, made like a hit piece on gaming, or how they, more like this is BBC, but how they said like Kelly Marie Tran was, like, you know, got off social media for, because she was bullied and harassed, even though she's a person that stated she doesn't like social media. I mean, she's not one of those people like me. Like, I have a Snapchat, right? But I haven't posted in months. Like, I haven't posted since school. Like, yeah. What else? So yeah, I'm gonna try to like, even though I still will do my Let's Plays, I'm gonna like switch over to like commentaries and maybe even like comedy skits. That's more ambitious, but I might do that. And then, yeah, and then that, or there may be stuff in real life, like I like real life content. Even though my life is fucking boring, I'm not a vlogger. I don't want to put my like whole life on the internet. I don't know. My parents wouldn't be happy. Yeah, what else? I'll be doing, when Fallout 76 comes out, I'll be doing role-playing, videos where I, like, pretend I'm, like, the character in-game. Maybe I'll do that for the Fallout 76 beta. I mean, I love the Fallout series, so. You know, Fallout 76, it's gonna have no dialogue, which annoys me. Yeah. I have plans to do like comedy skits. Alright, so let me go in depth with like the comedy skit stuff. So my plan for that is I'll take like a certain subject, right? Like the Battlefront 2 loot crate controversy and like joke about it, like you know, heavily exaggerate and shit and like, you know, do stuff funny. Yes, some of it will be kind of dark, but hey, right, freedom of speech. Like, yeah, I'll make some dark jokes and shit, but hey, freedom of speech. And if I piss you off, then too bad. Fuck. And too bad, like, yeah. Like, I'm not saying, you know, it's necessarily a good thing. I don't know. And I am only 14. Like, I'm a brand new high schooler. High school's good. And obviously I'll be doing some like school horror stories, especially since it's just started. Oh shit. Nah. So I'll be doing some like horror stories from the school. And I'll do a few now, like at the end. Right? Which these will be like the old ones that like date back to as early as I can remember. I think really the ones that I can really remember that have detail is like kindergarten, when I was like crying because I had a teacher I didn't want. Or yeah, because I'll tell you guys later. So yeah, I'll be doing like some story time videos. Right? And since school is happening, yes, since school's happening, I'll have new stories, like not ones from middle school and elementary and pre. I don't really have one from pre-K. And then I don't have any stories from when I was like a toddler. Like, I believe my only memory was me. I remember, so I was going to New York, right, to like visit as a 2, because my dad wanted, I don't know, my parents wanted to like turn me into like a traveler, so they thought why not like try like the, you know, the East Coast. So I have a distinctive memory on this New York City subway train, right? I think it was called the R train. I remember like, that's all I really remember, and I looked back and said, Daddy. I guess my parents were like trying to turn me into like one of those kids that likes to travel a lot, even though that didn't go anywhere, considering I still haven't I haven't gone anywhere in months. Like, over the summer we didn't travel. So yeah, that's a channel update. If you have any questions, please let me know. And now we'll give you like like a beta version of what I plan to turn the channel into. See if you guys enjoy. So first we'll start with some of the like school horror stories. I have none currently, primarily because all my classes have the well-behaved kids, I think. And kids that aren't willing to do outrageous shit. Even though in the cafeteria there was a roast battle between these 2 kids, which was fun. And like people were like calling for like the troops, and I was like, nah, keep this. It's too entertaining. Since I'm in a new school, right? I don't have to worry about, you know, in high school. Like, I've noticed they're really not up your ass. Like even compared to middle school. Oh my god, I suck. Yeah. So that was good. Alright, so I'll tell you like a horror story from when. Alright, I'll do some short ones, right? So one comes from 2nd grade. So I was like into firefighters and shit, like like all that, like that young though. Like I wanted to be a firefighter, even though now I want to be a cop. Which I guess they work with the fire department. Like, I don't know. Yeah, my neighborhood, there was one house fire. Shit. But yeah, that was it. Or was it wasn't really, I don't know. It wasn't really like a house fire, it was more, I think their dryer caught on fire, I don't know. I don't know what happened. So I was woken up and I saw smoke. Alright, so back to the horror story, right? So I was into firefighting, right? So, and then one of my teachers, she was actually a volunteer firefighter. Or I think her then boyfriend was. I think they got married. I remember in like 3rd grade, it was like everybody was telling me they got married. Her name is different now. Because I think she changed her name. And since we were like 8, we were like, that's cool, but weird. Why would you change your name? I understand now, but as an 8-year-old, hey, you know.
Make room.
Alright, sorry. So I remember, so they had so my teacher, she had her boyfriend come in again then, right? And they were he was teaching us about fire safety and stuff. Something they already do, but I guess she wanted somebody from the front lines to do it, cause all the people that came to teach us were fire marshals. They didn't actually go in to the fire. So one day, so I was yelling fire, fire, and the teacher said, don't yell that because somebody might think it's an actual fire and pull the fire alarm. I was like, okay, so I quiet. They let us just go berserk, I guess. They let us, yeah. I guess what happened when you let a ton of 8-year-olds, make them interested about the fire department and then expect them not to say, fire, fire, respond, wee, wee, something cringy like that. So yeah, I had that. And then I think where the real horror bit begins is where, so on that same day, right, I noticed one of the fire extinguishers, one of the nozzle that it uses, the hose bit, was out of place, it wasn't attached. So I touched it, and the teacher got really annoyed at me. I was shitting myself, okay, sorry. I was oh, my voice was it's just go back to my early videos, and then that's my voice. Sorry. And then I just remember sweating a lot, having a panic attack. Obviously now I think all I would have done is told my mom, and my mom would have been just don't do that again. Yeah. She scared the crap out of me. Even though I did that one time prior, nobody caught me because it was in the hall. So I was going to the bathroom in the hall, and I was in the hallway alone. Right, so yeah. Then I think something else to do with with fire safety in school, is when so in 5th grade they really taught me about this shit, and yeah, so now I'm aware of all the firefighting, how many hoses they have and how many their trucks carry. So that was cool. So they brought us outside and they had a smoke room to teach us what to do in a fire. So it smelled really funny, I remember. when we went, it was like dark as shit, right? And I was like, yo, since it was around Halloween, I was like, this is the best Halloween haunted house. And the fire marshal was getting angry at me, like saying, this is serious. This is not Halloween. Like, okay, the teacher was with us and wow, and she didn't, because one of the kids was being a pussy and he didn't want to go in, so she went in with him. I went in with him because I knew him, right? So she didn't care. We were like, whoa, it's so dark. They said to just crawl. It was weird. So yeah, I think that's like, yeah. So those are my that's like some horror stories. Those were really light horror stories of people getting annoyed at me. If those younger, it scared the crap out of me. But yeah. So now I'm gonna give my opinion on like the current, the gaming industry, like right now. So I think alright, fine, my opinion. What could I do?
We're going
in! I have to think, shit. Also, I'll be talking about YouTube drama. I forgot to mention that. I'm not gonna be like turning into like Keemstar with scares, right? But I'll just give my opinion. Oh!
Let's go.
Alright, sorry. So, what should I talk? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, let me rant about Sony and how they're not letting crossplay for the PlayStation. I want crossplay, like with Fallout 76, right? Or GTA 5. Like, so you can have, like, I can see the shit the modders do on PC.
Going in.
And I can play with, like, I have some cousins that have GTA on the Xbox that live, like, in Rhode Island, right? So, like, I could play with them in GTA Online, and we could do some heist and shit. And also, so why do you think it's a good idea? Like, I think the PS5 is gonna be announced soon and shit, right? And I'm actually currently, it looks like Sony's they're gonna be like the anti-consumer one. I think they might lose this console generation as of now. Like, that's what it's looking like. That they're gonna lose the 9th gen consoles. Because I'm considering picking up the next Xbox right now. So they're gonna let us use crossplay. And so what? It's a bad idea. So that's reason 2 why not letting crossplay is a bad idea. You say, like, some people will give the example saying like two friends have a PlayStation, one's an Xbox, right? And they want to play together. But one friend's gonna have to buy a PlayStation. That's not how the world works. If they're being anti-consumer, maybe the two friends might pick up an Xbox. So you don't really know. Like, especially if they're like hardcore gamers, like they have no problem spending a few $100 right, for something that's more pro-consumer. Or they're being more pro-consumer. Because the Xbox is more expensive than the PlayStation. There's one reason why I think this generation it's superior. But next generation, Microsoft is gonna learn. Like, I think they've learned. Right, so yeah, Sony. Also, for Fallout 4 modding, make it open asset. Like, I want people to use external assets. Like, that's fucking bullcrap. Like, there's so many good mods on the Xbox that I want to have my hands on, but I can't because of your bullshit. And the Creation Club is slow as shit, so I don't want to have to pay for something that you guys can easily enable at the flick of a switch. So do that, like, please. Come on, you're going up against Bethesda, even though currently what they're doing with Fallout 76 is kind of weird. and some would say anti-consumer. It should not have like, I don't know, I mean, if it's gonna be a live service, then I guess it would have to have microtransactions, but maybe have like a subscription fee, like, you know, a cheap one, like $5, like $5 a month or something, then everybody will buy it. And if not, you know, I bet people will give it away. Like, I'll have no problem giving it away to somebody. So yeah, that's my opinion on that situation. Like, enable, like, I want people to give Sony the Battlefront 2 level backlash. Like that's how annoyed this makes me. It makes my blood boil. So we got that out of the way. Maybe I'll do like a more in-depth one with more like research and where I'm like scripting it and shit. I'll have to record like gameplay before. Alright, so now I'm gonna be talking about some YouTube shit, right? I'm not perfect to talk about the KSI and Logan Paul match and their rematch. I mean, I'm not a big boxing person, but I was sad how Deji lost and it was a draw. Hopefully, like, I think, you know, like, to be better than Jake Paulers and Logangers, right? Like, we should accept our defeat instead of what they would do. Here's what they would do. They'd be like, that's bullshit. They should have a rematch. They should have some rematches. Right? Like, yeah, they would. Like, I want to be more mature than that, because I'm not some 11-year-old Disney kid, or I guess like a 14-year-old girl that wants to fucking have Jake Paul, you know, do no things to her. What the fuck? Yeah. Then with KSI and Logan Paul, like, from what I've seen, they both put up a great fight. They put up a good fight, and I guess it was a draw, right? And they're gonna have a rematch in the US, which I don't know why. Like, I'm not as hyped. I don't know, I guess because, again, I didn't watch the boxing match. Like, I was at my cousin, like, I was actually at my cousin in Rhode Island, like, yeah, I was with him. And he's like one of those kids that likes to stays out of the YouTube drama. Like, he doesn't keep up to date with it. Even though he understood what was happening. Like he's not one of those kids that like stays so out of the loop, right? They're identical to like a kid from the 80s or something. Or, no, not even, like a kid from like the fucking 50s. Which I have encountered, which at my school, or at my old school, there were kids like that. Hey. Yeah. So that's my opinion on that. Like, what else is we gonna do? Gaming news, oh yeah, the Star Wars state,
Going in.
So I briefly mentioned the Kelly Marie Tran situation, so I guess I'll talk about like Rey and why I'm not fond of her. If I get shit in the comments because I'm bashing a movie character, fuck off, like, get a life. Alright, and if I, you know, say anything kind of offensive, piss off, like, I'm giving my opinion. Alright, like, you can have yours, and we can disagree, alright, like be mature about it. Don't fucking be immature about it, like saying I'm right, you're a sexist pig, even though I'm not, and I'm like growing up in like a very anti-sexist house, considering I went to anti-Trump rallies, right? Like my parents, like, you know, spent like money, like, wanted to get to an anti-Trump rally so badly. We went down to that one in New York, right? And Like my parents spent a few $100 on Amtrak Acela tickets because we wanted to get there really fast. Alright, so that, you know, it shows how anti-Trump we are. My parents like spent, I think it was $400 on Amtrak tickets, and I guess we didn't do like first class, but we had to do round trip on the Acela trains. It's more expensive. Even though from Boston it's not too expensive. It's not as like expensive as, you know, from like if I went to another rally, the rallies in like DC, that would have been more expensive, especially on the Acela train. Like we did like a coach class, so that's how anti-Trump I am. It's $400, right, to go to New York to go to an anti-Trump rally, which, by the way, it lasted for like a few hours, and then we were back on one of like the late trains, I think. Right, so yeah, I'm definitely not sexist. Like, yeah, I know I'm different from my parents, but I genuinely believe that. Like, I believe in equality. Like, men and women should be equal. Like, should be, you know, 19 kills. This is a great round. Sorry, so Rey, I really have a problem with her, like, continuity, like, within the canon, because she only had, like, 3 lessons, and none of them were in combat, yet somehow... Alright, so let's discuss The Force Awakens, Rey. She was able to beat Kylo Ren and fly the Millennium Falcon without any piloting, which in Star Wars is impossible, because... Like, Anakin, yeah, he wasn't the best pilot, but it was kind of by accident, and he had R2-D2 with him, so... Even though I do think he was a bit overpowered for a 9-year-old, for like a 10-year-old, right? Still, at least he had experience with like pod racing, which is similar, which is more, you know, which is closer than to piloting an M1 starfighter than a pod race. That's closer. And then she's able to beat Kylo Ren. Yeah, Kylo Ren was wounded and shit, and, you know, his morale was low, because he just murdered his father. Like, he was, you know, going through a very emotional state. It's okay, Kylo, we have you. But she was able to, like, whip his ass. And it's in the canon, yeah, we saw what happened to Luke, right? He got his arm chopped off. Anakin, they have both had more training than her. Lost limbs. Her. Beat him. Yes, she's no stranger to melee combat, and she's a decent person with melee combat. Alright, but that's with a metal stick, and that's not against Kylo Ren, which is supposed to be this all-powerful, mighty Force user. That's like a god, alright, with, you know. So yeah, she's way too OP, and she has low-key no training. Then The Last Jedi, that just proves it, because you know why? She only had 3 lessons, and none of them were really in combat. That was my fault. And yeah, people will dispute. You don't know how long she was. Yes, I do. It was a few days. It was like 3 days right before she left. All right, the canon says it, so shut the fuck up. You don't know anything about the Star Wars canon. Like, you want to say that? Some people say like she's just learning faster. That's the problem. She doesn't learn anything. Luke didn't teach her a lightsaber lesson. I didn't really see what lessons he taught her. He taught her to reach for the Force, but and then what else did he teach her? Then I know there was a deleted scene of her like rushing to like save them and to find different. Then what was her 3rd lesson? I don't remember. But I'll look it up, but yeah. She makes no sense, and like the worst part is, as well, is like Luke and Anakin, right? They were the most powerful beings, and it made sense, right? Because in Legends, at least, it said that Pelagius, there was like Force karma, where he tried to use the Force to manipulate light, and you know, he got Force karma, where it created like a child that would defeat the Sith, which he kind of helped them rise to power, but technically still fulfilled the prophecy.
Resistance troops stand no chance.
And then Luke was Anakin's son, and also I think he was also taught how to use he was taught to fight for himself as well. Like there was no you had to fight off Tusken Raiders and shit. And I bet probably bullies. I'm just kidding, but get the idea. They had experience. Rey, on the other hand, yeah, she was no stranger to combat, right? But that's fighting fucking junkies in the middle of in literally the middle of nowhere. Like, as Luke said, that really is nowhere. Jakku. Which, damn, that's how to put Jakku in its place. But yeah, for real. Yeah, she's essentially some girl that grew up in the belly of an old rotting away AT-AT, right? That has probably literally no education, because I'm pretty sure they don't have schools on Jakku, or if they do, they're probably physical shit. Oh crap! Oh my god, you son of a bitch! You did that emote. And then all of a sudden, right, when it's necessary, she's somehow able to fly the Millennium Falcon with no prior piloting experience, or not even something close to piloting, like pod racing. She drove that one speeder, but that's it, right? Even if she was a Skywalker, Palpatine, or hell, even Kenobi wouldn't be able to be capable of that without some lesson. Like, she's able to fly the Falcon without any piloting training, right? And then, and she's able to beat Kylo Ren without no lightsaber training, which it's known that you need, like in the prequels, for example, like Jedi went through at least 20 years of went through like 20 to 18 years of training, right, before they could become a Jedi. Like even as toddlers, they were probably training when they were 2 and shit. But her, nope, pick up a lightsaber and you kick Kylo Ren's ass. That definitely makes sense. Then Luke, yeah, his training was kind of rushed and we saw what happened to him. Lost an arm and nearly was killed by Vader, right? And then, yeah, but when he did that, though, it is, in the continuity, I think he was, looking at, forbidden Jedi tech that he probably bought off the black market or something, or practicing. And then from Return of the Jedi, I think he was also practicing in between the movies. Yeah, he was. I'm practicing his stuff. He made a new lightsaber in one of the deleted scenes of Return of the Jedi. Also, how the fuck did we get from Return of the Jedi to The Last Jedi in only 2 movies? Explain that to me, please. Yeah, she's but there's nothing wrong with somebody being with the woman being overpowered. The point is, she violates so many rules of the continuity. That's just how you need training in order to wield a lightsaber and successfully win. You need training to use the Force. You need training to pilot. What else do you need? You need training for literally everything except for peeing and pooping. I wonder if Rey's potty trained, considering the person who looked after her probably never potty trained her. I bet she's literally that. No offense, but I do think she's genuinely that. She's, since Jakku, she probably didn't get any education. People that looked after her, yeah, I doubt her parents probably trained her, considering Kylo Ren claimed they were drunks for money. Even though it's probably gonna be retconned in Episode 9, because they don't let 2 directors have their own movies. Right? You have the dumpster fire called The Last Jedi, and then Episode 9, which I really couldn't care less about. I think I'd rather, I actually care more about, I don't know, fucking, I care more about, Amtrak's, a new announced plan of their new high-speed train than Episode 9. Hi, did a channel update, please skip. I'm talking about Rey. Right, if you have nothing better to do but call me a sexist pig, then whatever. Like, I don't care. Alright? I'm just saying how she violates numerous laws of the continuity, such as how she can suddenly pilot the Falcon without no training. And then she's able to oh yeah, she's also able to reach out to Kylo Ren via the Force, even though, hold on, when Luke does give her like the Force lesson, he doesn't really, I don't know how Jedi training works too much, but she was able to like the Force Skyping was weird as well. Like, I understand it was Snoke, but how was she able to beat those Praetorians as well? Like Kylo, it's the Last Jedi. Like, I think Visual Encyclopedia specifically stated that Kylo Ren feared the Praetorians because that's how good they were. Right.
We have the resistance right where we want them.
And him and Rey are successfully able to beat them. Oh yeah, she's way too powerful. Like so many random, it just doesn't make any sense. And I don't know why she's like that. Like, she has, I don't care about it because I know she's gonna win. Like who would win? Who would win? An army, who would win? Right, 1 billion Death Troopers already. Guess what the answer is? I'll let you guys guess.
We have proven their will. Now finish them off.
Alright. Rey, she would win. Cause she's unkillable, she's just fine. Look, you guys get the point. She's way too powerful and she has no training, which violates numerous things of the continuity. If you get angry at me, then hey, I'm just stating the facts. How in Star Wars canon you need training to do something, and she has literally no training. Like I don't think she even has potty training. So guys, yeah, that was my awesome channel update. So what do you guys think? I'll finish this off with this match. It's like if I need to get one more kill, then I'll be having a great match. Yeah, for a bad match for me is 4 kills. An average match for me is 8. I mean, an average is 8, and then a good one is 14. Oh my god, come back, you sniping. Ah, crap. You know what? Fine. Alright, and then to be more broad, bad matches 3, 4, and 5. And then good matches is 7, 8, 9, and then great matches 12 is 13, 14, 15, and then everything in the middle. So yeah, that's my match system. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know in the comments. I'm not gonna be one of those YouTubers that begs for likes, but hey. Alright, so have a good day, guys. Bye.